Obama's foreign aid to Iran. That's what I'd like to talk about in today's video. Last week we talked about how Obama's high-profile threat to veto new sanctions on Iran commits him publicly to appeasement of Iran, and Hillary's agreeing to that puts her in the same boat with him. But when you look at the record, it is becoming clear that Obama is actually helping Iran. Most people don't realize this, but as part of the interim agreement, the United States agreed to unfreeze $12 billion of assets that Iran held in the United States. And those assets, pursuant to that agreement, are being unfrozen at the rate of $490 million a month. So we are shipping $500 million a month to Iran. In effect, American foreign aid. Now, it isn't really. It doesn't come out of our tax money. This is money that's Iranian assets that were frozen by President Carter and Reagan and so on, that now are being unfrozen and given to Iran. It's largely money that the Shah salted away during his regime. But nevertheless, it amounts to $500 million a month of revenue. Now, put that into comparison. We give Israel about $3.5 billion a year, but we're giving Iran $6 billion a year. Iran is literally the largest recipient of American foreign aid, except for Afghanistan, where we actually have troops present. It's just outrageous that Obama is doing that. The other thing that will raise your hair on the back of your head is that it appears, according to the Jerusalem Post, that when the negotiations over the nuclear issue began, one of the first things the Iranians insisted on was that the United States get the Argentine government to stop investigating Iranian complicity in the bombing of the Jewish Community Center in Buenos Aires in the 1980s. Iran has been implicated in that, and there was a special prosecutor in Buenos Aires who was investigating it. And he was getting closer and closer to Iran. And in fact, one of the suspects he'd fingered was the Iranian negotiator, is the new president of Iran, Rouhani, who is pushing these negotiations. He was identified as being involved in the planning of the bombing attack. And the United States may or may not have acceded to Iran's demand. We, of course, know that the prosecutor was assassinated. They claim it was a suicide last week, and we hope that that investigation continues. But the idea that the United States was willing to soft-pedal that investigation, the idea that we're providing Iran with $500 million a month of foreign aid, I mean, which side is this president on? Thanks for watching.